Pisces. This is your May 2016 love and partnership as well as general forecast reading. We're going to start with love and partnerships. Your first card up is trust, and as the card says, the situation is calling for you to have faith. It says that everything is exactly as it is meant to be. We actually do know this, don't we? It says do not add negative energy to the situation. It only creates drama and negativity. There's no point in it. It says release your fears. It says the path you're on will lead you to the right place. Have faith because all things are possible. So this card is asking you to trust at the moment, to relax, release that anxiety and fear, and trust that everything is happening just as it should be. The next card that comes up says where there is love, there is life. And this is to remind you that love has its ups and downs and it has its challenges, but basically we cannot actually live without it. It's very much part of our existence. It is the only way we learn. It is the absence of love that teaches us. It is love in our lives that teaches us. So to ignore love is not going to be the antidote to what is happening at the moment. Just have a lot more faith in what is happening, that everything will work out just the way it is supposed to be. Because the final card that comes up suggests that you go through this with grace and effortlessness. It says go effortlessly where love and life are leading you. It's in the effortless acceptance and forward movement that you will gain your greatest reward and ease. It says fall into the situation as water does, like waterfall does over a precipice, with your arms and your heart wide open. So let go of fear and anxiety, and you will find that things will go forth smoothly and probably more quickly. Our resistance, I think, often stops time dead. That's the perception that one is getting at this stage. Now, your general forecast says, it's an interesting reading. It's a fun reading to do. It's something that's coming up a lot in people's private readings at the moment, and it's what do you really desire? We often think we know what it is we want, but at soul heart level, there's actually something different that we're wanting. This is the loyal heart card, and it says you want faithfulness out of life. It said you want others to be faithful to you and you in turn to them. You want to be divinely protected and divinely directed. So you want that faithfulness from other people and you want it from life too. You want to feel that life is showing you where to go and that if you follow the directions, it will work out as it should. And that's a very human desire, and I think a very natural desire for us as well. It says, now how will this help you? How will it benefit you? And the card that comes up says, you will then rekindle your childlike innocence in life. And you will feel kindness from other people and you will return it to them. So Pisces is very much looking for kindness in life, I think. And when they extend kindness to people, they want to feel it come back to them again. And if life were loyal to you, this is what would happen, definitely. It says, now how would this hinder you? It says, be careful that you don't isolate yourself because you've been hurt too often or you perceive to have been hurt too often. It says, don't keep people at arm's length or literally isolate yourself in order to avoid hurt and disappointment. Remember often that when people hurt or disappoint you, that it's their own stuff. It doesn't really have anything to do with you, but you might feel as if it's purposely directed at you. Now the next card that comes up says, now how do you get that loyalty in life? And this is the protection card. It's a perfect answer here. It says, do not fear. Stop fighting yourself. What you fear is your worst enemy. It says, conquer your fear and stop fighting ghosts, because that's what fear is. It's a ghost. It says, once you have faced and conquered your fear, you will have access to true inner power. With that inner power, and when you've conquered that fear, then what life deals to you does not make you feel hurt and disappointed. That's a spiritual equation. Work at it and see how it works. It says then the outcome will be that you will trust your intuition. You will navigate life by paying attention to your inner voice. You will listen to your inner voice when it comes to people. In other words, you will know what people are going to do and say, and you won't walk into situations that will hurt and disappoint you on that level. And then you can trust your heart. So there's your recipe for how to get what you really desire. Now your soul path says it's time to come out of hibernation. So possibly, I think, Pisces, you have been keeping yourself to one side. Even if you are involved with people all the time, you've been isolating yourself on some level, if not physically doing that too. It says it's time to align yourself with the next part of your journey. So life has decided it's taking you out of isolation now. It's time to engage again. It says you are the caretaker of your soul and you are in charge of your own soul growth. So it's time. There's growth that needs to happen now. There's no more avoiding this. And it's just fear-based that you're avoiding it in the first place. And then the next card that comes up is the card of friendship. And it says, when people with common goals cross your path, invite them to be your friends. And that's sort of on not necessarily an open invitation, but just within your heart. Open your heart to having a friendship. It says, develop a shared bond of trust and caring. Listen as much as you talk. That's very important. That's how friendships are made. One needs to listen 50% of the time and talk 50% of the time. If you listen 70% of the time and let them talk the rest of the time, that's even better. But 50-50 is fine. It says, give as much as you take. And nurture the bond as you would a plant or an animal you want to grow and flourish. Right, Pisces, so that's your May 2016 reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching and listening.
Time can heal it. You've seen it on the pictures on the news. And scripture says you'll always be a fool. And sometimes when you're excited, you get a little scared. 'Cause life's too good for you. So pony up your pennies to make a nickel dime. It all adds up to this. You've seen it on the pictures on the news. The light is up but faded into June. The hypocrisy just fades until it's nothing. The hypocrisy just fades until it's nothing. You've seen it on the pictures on the is setting the table, but I'm not placing the chairs. Religion's free and it's all I've learned. I've got this squared away, and I'm not pushing your knife up, 'cause I'm not gutting me. Religion's free and it's all I've learned, and I've got this squared away.